up, YouTube? What's going on, baby? It's Byron the Creator, back again with another video. This one right here, it's about Cam Newton. Is he right? The media wrong? What you think? Let me know down in the comment section. But I'm gonna give my thoughts. But I'm gonna see what these four Queens Cap got to say about what Cam Newton said. If you got more than 5 bodies, you ain't got no standard. That's my stamp. Just know, I came up with that first. You can't be coming up to dudes and muscle. You gotta bring this to the table. You gotta have this. You gotta have that. If you have more than 5 dudes, you don't get mad all y'all want to, ladies. If you have more than 5 dudes, you ain't even really qualified to be acting like you hard to get, playing roles. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make a dude wait, take you out on a whole bunch of dates. Nah. If a dude doing all that, you ain't gonna take him serious anyway. But anyway, let's get to the video. Let's see what these 3 or 4's got to say.
Yo, Arthur, you can play that next clip for me?
I grew up in a 3-parent household. My mom, my father, and my grandmother. I knew what a woman was, not a bad bitch.
Okay, what's the difference?
A woman.
Okay.
A bad bitch is, you know, girl, I'm a bad bitch. You know, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. I look the part, but I don't act the part.
Okay.
Right. Women running around here acting like Lil Wayne, you know what I'm saying? And the Bigos, you know what I'm saying? You know they run in groups and shit. You know, they gotta validate each other and bull crap like that. So they run around here, you know what I'm saying? Like Cam said, I'm a bad this, I'm a bad that. But when you say, bitch, go give me something to eat, don't talk to me like that. I'm a queen, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, man, Cam Newton speaking facts. I ain't gonna say facts. Cam Newton speaking with sense. He thought about everything that he said before he said it. But this girl's running around here talking about he wrong. They don't even got no argument to back up they claim. Like, bro, stop it.
A woman for me is handling your own, but knowing how to cater to a man's needs, right? And I think a lot of times when you get that aesthetic of like, I'm a boss bitch, like I'm a this, I'm a that. No, baby, like, but you can't cook.
Okay.
You don't know when to be quiet. You don't know how to allow a man to lead.
What's your thoughts on this before we dissect into this real quick?
Okay, when I say I'm a bad bitch, I'm only talking about my physical appearance. Like, first of all, I actually think it's funny.
But that's even worse. Because if you a bad chick, you ain't gotta say it. Just like me, I'm a handsome dude. I got, I don't run around here acting like I'm a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? Saying I'm handsome. Looking at myself in the mirror tomorrow. I gotta get right. I gotta look good. I get compliments from women. You know what I'm saying? I let the market dictate. You know what I'm saying? My looks. I don't run around here saying I'm a bad this, or I'm independent, or I'm a boss. You know what I'm saying? If you all that, you ain't gotta say it. You show it. Because it's never about what you say. It's always about what you do. And that's what women got. That's what women got it messed up at. They talk a whole lot, but they show a different type of characteristic.
Because it's a term that I feel like black men have coined through music, through media and everything. Like, she a bad bitch, blah, 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 whatever. And women, like, run with it, right? Mm-hmm. I do think. So
what she basically just said is that she don't think for herself. She don't got her own mind. And anytime somebody say this or say that, or if somebody's selling drugs, you should do the same thing. Because, I mean, they made it look cool. The rappers was doing it. Get out of here, man. I ain't gonna thug. If I was rapping and making money, why would I be talking about gang? We see what gang got you. And talk about I'm blood this and blood that. Tekashi 6ix9ine. Come on, man. Let's just keep it real. All that bragging and boasting and talking ain't gonna get you nowhere. Being a follower ain't gonna get you nowhere. Trying to point the finger at somebody else ain't gonna get you nowhere. Hold yourself accountable. Everything somebody do in life, or anytime you say something and somebody critique what you're saying, even if you don't like it, or maybe they might be right, maybe you do like it. At the end of the day, they have their opinion. And you have a choice to either respond or not respond. I'm just saying. Let's not try to make excuses like what somebody else doing And if I follow along and it don't work out for me, it wasn't a choice. So you call yourself a bad B, and we call you a bad B, or we look at you like you a bad B, or we don't like bad Bs. Don't get mad when, you know what I'm saying, when somebody use what you say against you. That's all I'm saying. Because she all talking about some, the rappers did, they made it look cool. I mean, people wear Jordans, they look cool, but I ain't running around buying them either. See the difference?
Like part of being a woman is maintaining a household. If we catering, it got to be both ways. Like,
they gonna say you sexist. Like the liberals gonna say you sexist
I don't
right
care
now.
what they say. Like, and that's cool. You know, like I do understand what he's saying when he's like he grew up in a 3-parent household and this is what he saw. Because I do feel like to learn how to be a woman, you learn from your mother, you learn from the other women that have grown you.
Valid point. But who can these women run to at this point? We got teachers having sex with students, right? We got women that work a 9 to 5 doing OnlyFans. We got older women who ain't never had a man or not getting chosen, you know, giving y'all bad information. See what I'm saying? So who can women go to at this point? Most of the time, you gotta have no daddy in the house. You know, mama gotta raise you. She really ain't got time for you. So the TV, your friends, what you see rappers do is what raised you. Because trying to use a rapper to make an argument, yo, we already lost.
Brought you up. You feel me?
Yeah.
So to me, I do feel like, for example, like my mom and my dad are not together, yes, but even with the way that she treats her kids, where it's like dinner is always here.
That's a weak argument. Your kids, the way I treat my kids and the way I treat my woman is two different things. Straight up.
When I go back home and my dad and his, what is she? Girlfriend of how many years, whatever.
Common law wife.
Yeah, his
Common law
significant
wife.
other.
Exactly. She cooks like 3 meals a day for him, and it's like he eats. Babe, your food is ready. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm Caribbean, so that's just what I saw growing up. And I don't think a woman should have to shrink herself and be like, I can't be a bad bitch because I'm a good woman on a house, I have a husband. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like we are all complex beings, and there's a time and place for everything. And so if I want to be a bad bitch with my friends,
we are not complex beings. We just bacteria that evolved like everything else. We just happen to have a frontal lobe, which make us have more reason and not attack or be as vicious as we could. We still mammals at the end of the day. That's how we operate. Believe it or not, it's not no beings, nothing. You know what I'm saying? That was made up. You know what I'm saying? Do your research. Let's get back to the video.
I want to be a woman to my man, then the two are separate. Like, I get it, but I think his word choice and the way he stated things were just.
What somebody say, I just said a few minutes ago. You can take it how you want to take it. Is it right or is it wrong? As far as with Cam Newton, it's what we're talking about right now. It wasn't wrong. And even if it was wrong, he have his opinion. What he observed and what he see is his reality. It's not yours. So for you to say what he said or how he said it, trying to judge him for that, yo, that's a weak argument. A whack debate. Like, you should never really have a disagreement with somebody because they said something a certain way. You have a debate, meaning trying to get them to understand a different point of view and see how you see it and see which one hold more weight. And what you saying and what you talking about right now, shout out to the Daily Wrap-Up crew for putting up with this, BS, because I couldn't do it, because I ain't gonna lie. Most of the time, women talking, I don't even want to hear it.
When did he say that you can't be a bad bitch and be a woman, though? He never said that.
He never said that.
You said that they just want to be bad bitches, but can you cook?
But can't.
Yeah, I mean, I could do all of it. So
right, so he'd be perfectly fine with you being a bad bitch.
So you could date him. If you listen to Lupe Fiasco, you heard this years ago. He was talking about bad bitch versus like a woman. You know what I mean? So this isn't nothing new for me, honestly. And Why y'all gonna be mad at me? But I'm not mad.
I'm not mad either.
I'm really not fucking mad at it. And I don't understand why people are. It's not even like he said, yo, shut your mouth, never speak. I don't want to hear a peep. Right? And if you talk, you going outside.
Yeah, that would have been the whole
thing. Like, that would have been a whole different, like, clip, right? All he said was you need to know when to be quiet. That's a trait we all could benefit from.
Everybody.
In life.
Yeah.
In your friendships, in your work environment, in your relationship.
Yeah.
So the fact that everybody is so upset, and the thing is that the interview goes on and he does make it does get a little lighter, but they don't show that part. They just show the part where he's like, be quiet and cook for me. Honestly, if you a woman and you don't cook, okay, that's fine, but then just don't date Cam Newton.
And I think
like it's his preference.
Yeah.
It's his preference.
Right.
Stop.
So
Let's
then
not he just don't want you.
define that as the woman you want for you, and not make that the definition for what a woman should be overall. Which I think, obviously, if you have common sense.
And he didn't say that's what women should be overall. Stop putting words in his mouth. What he said was, when he grew up, he seen what a woman was. And now that he look around in this modern day thing, he see women have devolved, which he's right. Because they don't do none of the original traits that our grandmamas and great-great-grandmamas was doing for men. They actually understood that men had to go out here and fight. You know what I'm saying? They put up with more issues and they can leave out the door and maybe not come back. Because men understand that the world is not Disney fairy tales. You know what I'm saying? They sold you all that dream shit. And you gotta stay woke. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, men out here on high-lows, driving trucks, on tower lines, building buildings, you get what I'm saying? Doing dangerous stuff. So, all he's saying is, the woman that I seen growing up, which was his mama and grandma, they understood that men had an important role that they played, and women had an important role that they played. And he's saying that the women that he see now, that call themselves bad chicks, the roles that they playing and the roles that they portraying is the wrong. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nobody checking them on it. So that's the difference. He didn't make no argument about this is how all women should be. So when you say that, you being disingenuous, because he never said that. He was just saying what he observed and what women call themselves and how they act when they call themselves a certain thing, meaning bad bitch. You get what I'm saying? A woman who's a woman that respects herself would not call herself a bad bitch, or let alone let anybody else, as far as, because other women do it to each other, call them a bad bitch. See, women, that's real women, and the women that he's talking about that he was raised by, understood that it's a respect level, and understood when they go outside or when they go around their peoples, they represent family. So that's the difference, you know what I'm saying? I had to break it down like that, you know what I'm saying? I went a little bit long on my rant, but I had to, because this lady is disingenuous by trying to say that. And I hope these dudes from the Wrap Up crew check her, because you putting words in people's mouth. That's what they had wrong about KS. May you rest in peace. Kevin did one thing, but they try to switch up his words and say another. So stop it.
That's implied, but he is speaking very generally in that clip. I really, really reject and dislike the idea of centering a woman's identity around what she can provide for a man in a relationship. That's me, because I'm liberal.
What does that mean? Who really cares because you're liberal? And who is you to say women shouldn't be doing what they need to do for their man? Because at the end of the day, women got standards, right? 6 foot tall, 6 figures, you know, athlete maybe, muscles, right? Protect me, give me this, give me that. I want to travel, have a lifestyle, get my nails done. I mean, men take more of the pressure, you know, when we dealing with y'all women. So to say you shouldn't be doing that for the bare minimum for your man is, first of all, disrespectful. Second of all, that's a bad trait to have. You know what I'm saying? That's a bad trait. And third of all, with that mindset is the reason why 80% of women file for divorce and 70% of women in my community have babies out of wedlock. You know what I'm saying? Because this mindset of being see that, oh shit, I don't get nothing out of this deal, so why should I stay around? Why should I stick around? She ain't giving me no effort to show that she appreciate me, she respect me, right? And if I gotta tell you to do something, I gotta ask you to make dinner, that's already a red flag. So, with that being said, the little stuff that men do want should be easy. But guess what? Y'all are modern women. Same thing, go back to what Cam Newton said. That's the reason why we don't deal with modern women. That's the reason why you got MGTOW, red pill, black pill. The dudes that just don't want to deal with y'all at all because of this mindset. Ladies, if you out there, if you run across this video, do not think like her because you will never secure a man with that mindset. You might have a situationship, which that's probably what she got because at the end of the day, with that mindset, who would want to deal with that?
Fuck.
He didn't center her identity, though. He centered what he thought.
I get that. It's what he wants, but he talks about a woman and like what can she bring to the table for me as a man. And he said
handle everything on her own, though. Like that's what he said.
What's wrong with that?
What's the problem with
He's
that?
basically saying you can't be a boss.
It's not a problem. I'm saying that that's his preference, which is not where I'm at.
I mean, but
I don't remember him saying it was his preference. I remember him saying what he seen back then when he was a kid coming up and what he see now. I mean, did I miss something? Let me know down in the comment section. Because really what I heard him say is that what he seen back then, right, which I seen the same thing, and I ain't even that old. And what we see now, it's, it's a totally different generation of women. I mean, you even got older women dibbling dabbling with kids. And, I mean, that should tell you everything right there.
Every person want to know what they're going to get in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? Just like he's saying he want a woman to cook. That's not saying that he's not willing to cook for her as well. You get what I'm saying? So
I didn't say that.
I'm just saying that part.
I didn't say that.
But you said it's a problem with him defining what he wants.
Like
right.
if he said that to me, I'd be like, okay, so we're not a good match, and that's fine. Like you can want that in a woman. I can't provide that for you. Sorry.
So you don't define what you want in a man?
I didn't say that he can't do it. Do you not hear what I'm saying? I didn't say that he
can't do it. We asked you a question. Like
I'm not saying that he can't do that. I'm saying for me, that's not what I'm looking for. But I'm happy for him that he knows.
Well, guess what, baby girl? We live on Earth in a big galaxy with 8 billion people on it. How you feel, the way you took it, your perception, and what you don't like or do like, it's really insignificant. So, by you even using, oh, this is what I like and this is how I feel as an argument, and that's you're not even an exception to the rule. You're like an ant in the dirt. I walk over that shit every day. You know what I'm saying? So your argument about, oh, we wouldn't be a good match is irrelevant. You shouldn't even use that as a conversation. Like you need to backtrack. You know what I'm saying? And come up with something better to say besides, oh, this is how I feel. I said this is what it's about me and what I wouldn't do. Good for you. You wouldn't get a nigga like Cam Newton anyway, baby girl. And I think like later on in this video, she gonna say she got a dude. If you got a man, he ain't no man. He a male. He's a boyfriend. Because the way you act, you gotta be like irritating to be around. I'm just saying.
I'm asking you, do you not define what you want in a man? Yeah. You just go on a date and you just like, whatever.
So that was how my last relationship went. So. I really just went whatever.
Okay, how did that work? You still doing that?
I mean, I'm in a 6-year-long relationship.
Well, then.
I just got lucky.
And do you define what he should do in a relationship as far as a man?
Like I knew how I wanted to feel. I think that was like the main thing that I put on a pedestal for me was like, how do I want to feel in this relationship? How do I want him to make me feel? And that's where that all went from.
Rather than what he can do for you.
Rather than what he could do.
Stop the cap. She talking a whole bunch of gibberish. Shout out to Donovan Sharp. That's all women needs. Let's decode that. What she trying to say is that I got a dude that tolerate my bullshit. He let me get away with hanging out with my girls, going to other dudes' podcasts, telling what they doing up there in the studio. And he cool with it. That's the relationship I'm in. Ain't even really no relationship. He probably a homosexual. Ain't got nowhere to stay. He living with you. That's your roommate, bitch. Cut it out.
For me, like when I met him versus where he's at now, financially, all of those things is vastly different. Like if I was going to judge him off of those things in the beginning, we wouldn't have dated. So I'd have been like, you can't do nothing for me.
Exactly. She just proved my point. He a homosexual. He stayed with her. Bitch, that's your roommate. Cut it out. He don't even like you like that. You probably got a Steve Urkel. No diss to Steve Urkel, you know what I'm saying? But like certain women have to deal with a emasculated man. You know what I'm saying? Like what's his name? Peter Parker from all Spider-Man. Like, come on, man. That's her. Matter of fact, she's Spider-Woman because she one way when you ain't looking. But as you talk to her and get information from her and have her answer questions, you will start understanding that she Peter Parker right now. But that bitch, Spider-Man in the streets, but a different type of Spider-Man. She running around doing all type of monkey double backflips and then go home to her boyfriend with cum in her mouth. She probably kiss him too. Ugh.
Like you work way too many hours for way too little money. I'm not doing that. But I just wanted to feel a certain type of way, especially dealing with like the trauma I had been through in previous relationships. So it was just off of a feeling. And I think for a lot of men, like it's about a lot of men receive affection like through acts of service, and they also do that for their women. So that's what he's describing here, which is fine. I'm just real bad at that shit. So I feel personally attacked. But I know.
Not for me.
So, I mean, it sounds a little all right, your relationship is successful at this point, right? But I hear a lot of me and me.
It's true.
So, I mean, he doesn't get anything out of it, and he
gets a lot of things out of it.
I mean, it don't sound like it. You just said it. You.
I was just talking about from my side of things. Like, I'm sure there was things he wanted as well that I provide clearly because we're still in a relationship. But I can't speak to all of that.
Yeah, bitch. You provide a house and probably some money. And you might be a freak. And guess what? I mean, why wouldn't he? If he can live off a woman, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know your relationship, so I can't really speak on that. But I'm quite sure you a masculine woman at home. So you dealing with a Peter Parker. That's why your relationship lasts. It ain't because what he do for you and what you do for him. Stop the cap.
You could, because you can tell us what you would do for him to keep him happy. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's fair.
I mean, and then you just sitting here and telling us how he makes you your needs and how he makes you feel.
He makes me feel good.
Yes. So
I think I do the same thing for him. I'll leave that
we
there.
can only hope.
I'm going to interject. In Dale 2020, I read a book, The Superior Man by, I don't know the author, but I think it's important to know there are different personality types, for example. And I think, different personality types, and also as women and as men, like, I can be a woman and at my core can be masculine energy. And if
There's no such thing. I don't believe it. That's all bull crap. Stop the cap. My girl is never masculine at any point. So talking about I could be feminine but masculine, stop it. We don't like women because they masculine. We like women because they feminine, soft. You know what I'm saying? They give us the emotional side, the side that we don't got. So cut it out with that old being masculine crap. I could put my girl in this camera anytime I start a video, and she'll kill that argument every time. She always feminine, never masculine, bruh. If you settle for that, then bruh, that's settling. If you settle for that, bro, that's really settling. Because your girl should not be more dominant than you. I don't even like my girl yelling at me. Straight up. As soon as she started getting loud, I check that shit. That's how it's supposed to be. All that I would talk about, you could be masculine. And we don't need that type of energy, bro. For real.
man is masculine energy as well, that's not going to work for us, right? Because we're constantly like this.
You know how women love their masculinity for some reason. I don't know.
Now, at my core is feminine energy. And if that's what my man wants, then that's what works for us. You feel me? Like,
why should he have to want it for you to be feminine? Like, that's crazy to me, bro. That's weird. Like, I don't get it. girl because she's feminine, bro. Soft. You know what I'm saying? Every time. Like, bro, sometimes I think she be faking it 'cause she's so fucking feminine. So, with these women saying stupid shit like that, bro, like, don't fall for that, man. They being masculine and dominant, and, you know what I'm saying, and aggressive for a reason. They trying to sheep test you, bro. And if you let them get away with it, it's a wrap. They gonna treat you like a dog. Lap dog, you know what I'm saying? Good boy. Real talk.
You have to know what's gonna work and what's not gonna work. So if he wants, I feel like he's asking women to tap into the femininity of like the traditional woman. We brought this up on our podcast, so it's like women want traditional relationships, but they don't want to do traditional things.
Sure.
Right. And I think that's a part of what he's saying. And when you're like, this is what works for me and this is what doesn't, again, it's just like, what are you looking for at the core of your relationship? That's really it. Like, 2 type A's are probably not going to work. You know, like, can I be with a passive aggressive man? No, because, no, that's just not what works for me. You feel me? But I have friends who are with passive aggressive men because their personalities are so dominant and there's balance in the relationship. So I feel that's just what it comes down to at the end of the day.
Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think women care what men want in women?
I already answered this for y'all.
I think they ask that very often,
we don't know.
To be quite honest.
We kind of say, we know.
Yeah, we kind of go off what we want and then
really don't
put that onto men instead of asking men exactly what they want.
I really don't think y'all care at all.
Well, ask my man, so I don't know what you're talking about. Wait.
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm guilty of that. I ask him and everything, but then sometimes be guilty of not even implementing what he's asking me.
Oh, that happens.
That happens
sometimes.
I haven't cared enough to put forth the effort.
Exactly. You and that half that don't care.
I mean, that's not anymore. We've been together for a minute now, but that was definitely I've been guilty of that for sure. Like asking him even like, I want you to be communicative. I want you to tell me what you need, what you want, and then just
that shit going right out one
shit. Right, like, oh.
No, I be getting offended. And then like after I calm down, I'm like, I'm sorry. I know that was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get it together.
At least you apologize.
You were just telling me what you need. My fault.
Yeah.
I mean, you gotta be mature enough, right? Like, not everybody's ready to be in a relationship. Right. Sometimes you can get through those growing pains together and figure it out, but oftentimes it's just you driving one person all the way up to crazy. And
I only ask that question because here's a man who makes his net worth is $75 million. You know what I mean? He's what you would call a high value man. He's part of that 10% that 90% of women want. And he's telling you that he's seen his household, his parents who have been married for 40 plus years, he's seen how their marriage worked in success. And this is what he wants for himself. And women are still, like, some women are still pushing back on it. Like,
average
so I'm
women
like,
are mad when not
I'm like,
an average man
this is the man that most women want. He's telling y'all how to qualify. And y'all, why should I have to qualify for a man? That's a whole, whatever the case is. He's telling you what he wants in a woman to make her a potential wife. And y'all like, I shouldn't have to do that. I'm my own woman. I'm liberated. I'm just down to third. And I'm like, I didn't see what he said as being offensive. Like, I thought that was his preference. He did, make the distinction because women do look the part, like the bad bitch. Like there's a certain like
aesthetic,
get the BBL, yeah. So the BBLs don't come with like attitude management. They don't teach you how to be
emotional maturity.
Yeah, it don't tell you how to be a good spouse. They don't teach you how to do all of this. So you can look the part, and guys will smash you, and maybe they might trick on you, but.
It's a fantasy.
Yeah, long term, like as far as the long term relationship, you don't have those qualities because you invested all your money into the aesthetic, like you said. Like, so I get where he's coming from, and if that's his preference, women have preferences all the time in men. Like, and niggas ain't on CNN like, oh, she said a man needs to pay all the bills.
You should have saw The View the other day, honey. Woo! They were just going at him. Period.
Wow. You look, bro. I ain't gonna hold you, man.
Like how he's sexist and he's a misogynist and all this other stuff.
Yeah, he was already complimenting.
I appreciate
you spitting this
show. You know what I mean?
I'm trying.
Every time men don't agree with women being, Kim Kardashian like, Cardi B like, all the girls they look up to that they use as an example that they'll never be, never reach. Most of these girls gonna be homeless, lonely, cats. We seen that movie, The Cat Lady. But anyway, at the end of the day, they don't give a fuck about what men want. They just want, it's me. the most selfish creatures ever. You ever try to walk a cat? That's how you gotta deal with women. You can't do it. You ever try to walk a cat? It never worked.
Like, I've heard so many of my female friends talk about, like, what I need in a man. A man is this, that. And when their man isn't necessarily being the man that they need, they so quick to be like, he's not being a man. But if a man talks about what he believes a woman is,
you are sexist.
We all up in arms.
Misogynist.
Like,
Yeah.
he's not a normal guy.
Right. They could call dudes scrubs. They could say you trash. They could say, if you ain't bringing enough money, I'll go fuck the next nigga. You know, all the little stuff they be saying in the music video. Let alone we got people like Amber Heard that'll trick you off the streets. People like Megan Thee Stallion that allowing you, you know, a lot of these girls that be bitter because at the end of the day, if you got status, you got money, and even if you don't got that, most men biggest, the best trait that you can have as a man is being able to walk away. They hate it when you walk away. Boy, yo boy, that's driving them crazy. We could just go to YouTube and see all the videos of men trying to pick their kids up and trying to, you know, be cordial with their ex, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Or don't let you have another girl. They really gonna be mad. They're gonna be talking shit. They're gonna say you ain't shit. They're gonna make videos about you. Right? And you supposed to get all that stuff on camera because at the end of the day, we ain't letting these bitches get away with shit no more. Hold their ass accountable. They've been getting away with this shit for too long. And fuck them bitches on The View. The next show get canceled. Where your money gonna come from now, Lonnie Lil, with your fat ass?
So the fact that normal women are offended, I'm sorry. He's not even talking to you. He's not even talking to you. He's not talking
But even when he said,
triggered like he was talking to me and he didn't.
You seem like
he's fine. And I get like, you might want, you know.
Yo, real talk, you say you was in a relationship for 6 years?
Yeah.
Shout out to your boyfriend. I ain't gonna
wait. What was saying? Shout out to your boyfriend.
Shout out to her boyfriend first.
Shout out to her boyfriend because she seems very...
Man, that's the end of the video, man. We gonna leave it right here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think. Did I get it wrong? Did I get it right? Did Cam Newton get it wrong? Did he get it right? Man, at the end of the day, man, you gotta vet these girls, man. And if you gonna deal with a female or a chick or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Get you a low-key chick that got a daddy in her life because most of the time, they got discipline. That's what I like about my girl. She care about what her daddy think. She care about what her man think. And at the end of the day, don't get finesse, man. Don't be Will Smith. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Don't have no chick in your crib smashing a dude that her kids brought to the house. Like, bruh, that's crazy. I would never put up with no stupid shit like that. Talking about some bad marriage for life. Like, bruh. Nigga, you a goofy. Anyway, shout out to my girl for being feminine. Shout out to the Dirty Wrap Up crew. It's the creator. I'm out of here. Peace.